Hello students, today we are going to start with chapter number 12. Name of the chapter is Introduction to Acid and Base. So in this chapter, from the name itself, you can understand that we are going to study about acids and bases and their properties, their reactions. So for a little bit revision of the earlier topics that you have covered in 7th standard, we consume many food items in our daily life. Example, lemon, tamarind, tomato, sugar, vinegar, salt, etc. Do all the items taste same? Obviously not. They are not going to be tasting one and the same. Everybody is having its own different taste. It is because of the acids and bases, the chemicals that are present in it, isn't it? In tomato, we know citric acid is there, lemon also. So it is little having that type of a taste where citric acid is present. Now, similarly, salt is tasting different, sugar is tasting different. So all are not going to be tasting same because the ingredients are different in them. Now, salt is made up of sodium and chlorine, NaCl, isn't it? And sugar is having carbon and hydrogen in it and in different combinations. That makes different variety of sugars like fructose, lactose, and other variety of sugars we are having depending upon carbon hydrogen compounds. Now, what we can do is we can make a list of all these things and write their taste. If they are sour in taste, they are astringent, they are sweet, they are bitter to taste, or they are actually tasteless. So first of all, let us see what are acids. Some substances have sweet taste, some are bitter, some are sour or astringent like alcohol like the lemon, tamarind, vinegar or amla like substances acquire a sour taste due to the presence of a typical compound in them. Such compounds imparting sour taste are called as acids. So typical for sour taste, acids are famous for. Sour tasting material is mostly acidic. Okay. Acids are soluble in water and they are corrosive in nature. Acids are actually harmful. We all have studied about acid rain, how it corrode the building outside, paint, and the roads are also getting corroded because of acid rains. So acid is having that type of characteristic, and animals and plants also possess acid in them. In our stomach also we have hydrochloric acid. It helps to kill all the germs in the stomach. Along with the food, we are gulping it down. Many types, how much you wash or cook or whatever you do, but certain amount of microbes are entering our stomach along with the food material, and they get killed because of the hydrochloric acid in our digestive juices. So acid is there present in our body also. And if this acid increases, we feel hungry. Then also if we note it, we have acidity. Acidity, this term you all have heard in your homes. So acids present in food stuff are called as natural or organic acids. Whatever acid that is present in the food material, we call it as a natural or organic acid. Okay. These acids being weak in nature, they are not very strong to create problem. lot of problem like the chemical acids that we use in the laboratory. They are actually weak acids that are present in any animal or plant body. Some acids are strong in nature. They are caustic, inflammatory, means they can cause fire also. Just like sulfuric acid. If you bring it near fire, it can catch fire. Hydrochloric acid in the chemical laboratory, it is also very dangerous. If it falls on your cloth, there will be a hole because of that acid. These strong acids are like that. And nitric acid. Mostly in chemistry labs, we find hydrochloric acid, H2SO4, HCl, then sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, and nitric acid, that is HNO3. The formula is also given. So these acids are also called as mineral acids. The skin gets burnt when their concentrated solution fall on the skin. Means students like us who are science students, they work in the chemistry lab, they are performing some experiment. If they are utilizing this strong acids, if it falls on their cloth, there will be all. If it falls by accident, if it gets in touch with their skin, that parts get burned. So it is dangerous. And similarly, their vapors, the fumes are coming out. If the bottle is open, certain fumes come out from these strong acids. If inhaled, if we breathe in that gas by slowly, can be harmful to our health also. Strong concentrated acids are converted into their dilute acid. It is easy to make them dilute. Dilute by slowly adding water to them. But directly if we take in a bottle acid and try to put water, it will splash on our face. It can be dangerous and burn our faces. You have heard certain accidents or people who are crooked, they are creating this acid attack. They are taking this strong acids, stealing from the laboratory, and then the person who they don't like, they will throw it on their faces. Many of the girls have faced this problem. So it is banned actually to keep a strong acid or to sell a strong acid. Only certain government institutions and colleges can have these. And that too are kept in a locked cupboard. Okay. Only for experiments, how much needed, that much amount given. Because nowadays people are performing wrong things using those acids to trouble other people. So, and if you want to make them dilute, we can add water. But what we have to do is, we have to take in any bottle or a beaker, if strong acid is taken, a slanting strip of iron rod is taken and water is added on it, so that slowly the water will go and get mixed. If we directly pour water like this, it will splash on our face and cause an accident. So this glass rod is mostly used to add some other things like water to this concentrated acids, so that we can make it dilute. And if they are dilute, they will not be that much harmful. Okay. Now, if you taste dilute solution of baking soda you all must have seen in your homes also. Mummy is cooking cake and all. If she is making at home, she have this baking soda. You will find it astringent or bitter to taste. ऐसे टंग पे रखने पे certain bitter taste और astringent जैसे certain different चुर जैसा taste आता है टंग पे, isn't it? Substances having astringent or bitter taste and slippery to tongue, example are lime water. that is calcium hydroxide. Lime means here not lemon. Lime is your tuna that you add on pan while making pan and eating. That white colored powder, that is lime, and if you add water to it, lime water is formed. That is calcium hydroxide. That white powder is of calcium. If we add water to it, CaOH twice is formed. That is lime water. Or baking soda. Baking soda formula also you have to learn. NaHCO3. I shall send you all these formulas to learn. Baking soda, NaHCO3, lime water, calcium hydroxide, lime water का formula CaOH twice. कैल्शियम में हम लोग पानी ऐड करें. Then baking soda. What is there in baking soda? Sodium, hydrogen, and what else do we have in baking soda? CO3. That is the formula of baking soda. And caustic soda is also there. Caustic soda formula is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Okay? And soap are called as bases. Where we add OH in the end, they are the bases. And where hydrogen is in the beginning, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, these are acids. So always remember, where hydrogen is in the beginning, they are the acids. Where OH is in the end, they are the bases. Okay? Exception is here. Here also we have hydrogen and oxygen. So bases are completely different from acids. They are not harmful like acids. Chemically, they have properties opposite to that of acids. They are also inflammatory to the skin in their concentrated form. If we take bases also in concentrated form, they can create problem to your skin. We know that the distilled water is tasteless. Distilled water, do you know what it is? Water without any minerals or any impurities is called as distilled water. Normal tap water, what you have, are having lot of minerals added to it. But if I want to get distilled water, how to get distilled water? There is a proper technique. Distilled water, you see, if I want to have in a vessel, I will take water and I will put it on the flame. I will burn. When it will boil, after boiling, what will happen? Steam will be formed. So, what I will do? I will put a lid and collect all the steam on this lid and make the lid tilted so that I will collect the evaporated vapors of H2O, that is water, in this another container. This is your pure distilled water. Distilled water is completely pure H2O. No other minerals or chemicals added to it. Now, acids and bases, two things we are going to have and we are going to study them in details in our coming up further classes. This was just an introductory class for you to know what are acids and what are bases. Certain indicators are also available in the laboratories: methyl orange, phenolphthalein, methylene red, litmus. Have you heard all these things? If not, in this chapter, we shall read and try to understand them. Okay. So see you in the next class in details about acids and bases, how to identify if any substance given to you is acid or base can be indicated with the help of an indicator. Indicator will change its color and you can understand if it is a acid or a base. This technique we shall study in our next class. Okay then, bye all of you.